I'm Dr. Dan Erickson. I'm the Chief Servant Leader for Matter Ministries. I wrote Ready to Fly because I was at a zoo, and I went to a zookeeper and I saw those eagles sitting in the cage, and I went, wow, they were meant to soar over mountains spread wide, and yet they sat in that cage. And so I went to the zookeeper and I said to the zookeeper, hey, if you took away that cage, would those eagles soar away? And he said, no, they've been conditioned to sit in that cage. They don't even see the bars, and they definitely don't see the stars. And I thought, wow, that's much like a lot of Christians. Our church becomes our cage. And we were never created just to go to church. We were created to mount up with wings like eagles and run and not be weary, walk and not faint. He redeemed us so that we could go make a difference in our world. I speak on it all over the country. Ready to Fly, finding your greater yes. So many people come to my workshops and they want to know, how do I mount up with a wing like an eagle so I can run and not be weary, walk and not faint? And a lot of people are sitting in our cage, and many of them have this desire down deep that they want to go make a difference. And what Ready to Fly does, it becomes a stir stick to stir eagles all out of their cages so they can go make a difference. I was that guy, I was that eagle sitting, and I was in a very good church. I was the executive pastor, and I had an encounter of the divine kind. I was laying in a hospital bed in Osage Beach, Missouri, and God said to me, Dan, it's time for you to fly. It's time for you to find your greater yes. And my wife drove those 2.5, 3 hours, and I said to her, God has a greater destiny for us. And you know what she said to me? It's about time. And I resigned the church, and for the last 10 years, I've had the opportunity to stir up eagles all over the country. I've written 4 books. I've spoken all over the world. And because I was willing to get out of my cage, God was willing to empower me. What we're looking for is investors, not donors. We want investors who would be willing to invest in this book, because I really believe Ready to Fly is going to travel all over the country, all over the world, and help people stir up Christians to love. And we need $7,500 to print 2,000 books. And so what we're asking is if you would invest in this book and invest in Matter Ministries, because we're going to go out and we're going to start speaking on it, and we're going to start stirring up people, but we need a book. And Ready to Fly, I believe the church in America and around the world is ready for Ready to Fly. Any investment you give is going to matter. It's going to matter now, and it's going to matter for eternity.